Something's different, Bakul thought again, as he turned back to study Nadon. There was a cold military bearing surrounding the boy that was almost as palpable as the egg-shaped shield had been a moment before, and Bakul was struck with an utterly ridiculous idea. With considerable effort, Bakul tried to direct his voice in a more soothing manner, as he said, "Why don't you tell me what you're looking for, and I'll see if I can help you find it." His offer went over better than he had expected. Rather than responding with sarcasm or anger, the boy's expression simply softened into a confused frown.
"What are you doing?"
Matik wasn't quite shouting, but Bakul could tell that the machine didn't approve of his words. For the moment, however, he didn't care. The potential of what he might accomplish here was too promising to pass up. At last, the boy responded, a hint of skepticism now visible on his face. "Why would you want to help me?" Bakul did his best to make his shrug nonchalant as he let his hand fall away from his sword. "We're all looking for something, Nadon, and I don't think anyone should be kept from their goal by the petty squabbles of lesser beings." He could tell he'd been right to bolster the boy's ego, as the other's scowl softened slightly at the words, so he decided to press on, focusing on what linked them positively. "I have no quarrel specifically with you, boy. In fact, I'm grateful to you for ridding me of my former master, and I respect your prowess as a warrior." A cold knot formed in Bakul's stomach, as the boy's scowl returned. "Do you really think I'm that much of a fool, Bakul?" the boy asked, but even his anger seemed forced. In a risky move, Bakul broke off the boy's argument, doing his best to speak slowly and sincerely, as though he had the truth on his side. Which, Bakul realized as he continued, he actually did. It surprised him almost as much as it did the boy, he imagined. "I've what, Nadon? Chased you from your home? You misunderstood my intentions when we first met near the Saget. All I wanted was the key your friend bore so I could defeat my master. There would have been no use in killing you." He tactfully decided to leave out the part where he would have taken the boy prisoner, nevertheless. "Killed your parents," Bakul pressed on. "Rimshot was the one that ordered their deaths. While that sad business was going on, I was busy fighting a true battle for a cause I believed in elsewhere, not committing the murder of civilians." He glazed over the fact that the cause had been his own rise to power. "Attacked you at Dokram. All I did was offer you a mutually beneficial gain of power. Again, you simply assumed that I meant you harm, when all I wanted was for you to join the winning side and to secure a united Atala." Now Bakul took a deep breath. This was the point in which his entire appeal lived or died. He lowered his voice a margin as he said, "Killed your love? It was an Avoynin that did that, a monster over which I have no control." Taking his life in his hands, Bakul stepped a few slow paces forward, almost whispering now. "I take prisoners when I can, Nadon." The boy wasn't attacking yet, even though Bakul was only a few meters away now. He simply had his brow furrowed in concentration, like he was finding it difficult to think. "But," he finally said, his voice strained and hesitant, "you allied yourself with the Avoynins." Bakul shook his head, glad that, once again, the truth was on his side. "I fought them at first, Nadon. I know that they're not what's best for Atala, but Rimshad made a deal with them years ago, a deal that, had it not been honored, would have seen the Avoynins eradicating all life from the kingdom. I fight alongside them now, only in the hope that once the Defiants are defeated, they will leave our shores in peace." He saw his opening. "Don't you see, Nadon? For Atala to survive, the Defiants must die." More confidently now, Bakul took another step forward, almost within striking distance of the boy now. "That's just the way it has to be.